Thank you very much, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to make my talk here. So the work I'm going to talk about is partly in my PhD thesis and is published, and some other part should be put on archive by next week. So in this talk we study the topology of non-compact varieties, so by which I mean variety X, smooth over C, that admits a compactification into a variety X bar, which is a compact scalar. And such that the complement is a normal crossing divisor with normal crossing. So in this case, we know that the cohomology group of X bar admits pure Hodge structures. And this is known to give restriction on the possible topology of X bar, so on its fundamental group. So, for example, for n equals 1, this gives H1 of X bar C decomposed in two parts. Which are exchanged by complex conjugation. So this implies that the dimension of this is even. And as a consequence, we know that, for example, Z cannot be the fundamental group of X bar. It cannot be a free abelian group of odd order. So for X, it's known that the cohomology group of X admits mixed structure. That are constructed by Deligne. So in particular, it admits an increasing weight filtration, which is defined over Q, plus Hodge filtration, which is decreasing, which is defined over C, such that for all number K, if you look at the graded part of the filtration W, with the induced filtration F, this forms a pure structure of weight K. And it's possible to obtain restriction of the topology of non-compact varieties by their mixed structures. So nothing is so obvious as this one, but there's been a long story of constructing mixed structures on other topological invariant of such varieties. So in particular, Morgan and Hein independently, they constructed mixed structures on the rational homotopy groups of such varieties. And with this, and by studying the properties of the weight filtration, they managed to get explicit examples of groups that cannot be fundamental groups of these non-compact varieties. And what we are going to do now is something which is similar in spirit, but for representations of fundamental groups. So the first part is about representations. So for this, we fix G, a linear algebraic group. Over some field, which is usually Q, R, C. And when X is a non-compact variety like this, we have that the fundamental group pi1 of X at some base point X is finitely presented. Finitely generated is enough. So, and in this case, the representations, so the morphism of group from pi1 of X into the k point of G. This has a structure of points over k of an affine scheme of finite type. Over k, so this is because each generator corresponds to an element of G of k, and the relations gives equations for this. So this looks like the varieties of representation that we saw before, but here we don't quotient by G, and we call this, we denote it simply like this, on pi1 of X, G. And given a representation rho, so group morphism from pi1 of X to G of k, so this we can see it as a k point of this affine scheme. The thing we are going to be interested in is what I denote by O hat at rho. It is the completion of the local ring at rho to this affine scheme. So why do we care about it? The interest of studying this is because of its associated deformation functor. So this is deformation functor. I mean a functor from the category of Artin local K algebras to the category of sets. This is Artin local with residue field K. And the associated deformation functor is a functor from which sends A with its maximal ideal M to the morphism of algebras from this to A. And this is the same thing as looking at the representation that I did by rho tilde into the point of the group G over A, such that this reduces modulo the maximal ideal M to the given representation rho. So since this is an affine scheme of finite type, so concretely, this looks like something like this. Formal power series over some indeterminate with some relations. It can be so formal power series. And you see that the relation in this local ring corresponds to obstructions to the formal deformation theory of rho. And here, if they are higher, the maximal order of the degree of these polynomials corresponds to the maximal order of obstructions to the formal deformations of rho. So studying this ring can tell about the representation and ultimately about the topology of X. And this ring has been described first by Goldman and Nilsson. and they show the following things. They show that when X is compact, so compact Kähler manifold, and rho is a representation of pi1, which is a monodromy of a variation of Hodge structure. Then it has this local ring has a presentation like this, with relations P1 from pi r of degree at most 2. And this was, so this is in 1988, and this was described later by Kapovic and Nilsson. So here, X may be non-compact, but this is limited to rho being a representation with finite image. And then they give a presentation like this, with weights on the variable x1, xn, having weights 1 or 2, and relations that are homogeneous with respect to this weight. Of weights limited to 2, 3, and 4. And with their theorem, they managed to obtain new examples with this of finitely presented groups which are not isomorphic to pi1 of non-compact varieties using this theorem or this criteria. So our motivation is to better understand this theorem, to generalize this theorem to more general cases, especially when X is non-compact, and also to make more explicit the use of mixed structures, because here this is related to weights of mixed structures, but this is not so obvious how it comes from a mix of structures. So our main result, it can be stated as follows. So X may be non-compact. In the compact case, this will recover this one. And rho is a representation of pi1 of X, which is a monodromy of a variation of Hodge structure, or even a variation of mixed Hodge structure. So in the variation of mixed structure, there is the Hodge filtration varies as holomorphic vector bundles, and there's also weight filtration, which is a local system. And plus some technical condition, which is an admissibility condition. Well, I'll come back to this. Then in these cases, the local ring here, which is in the projective limit. Oh, this is always true. This local ring has a mixed Hodge structure, by which I mean, so its quotient here is finite dimensional, and defined, this is vector space over K, so it has a mixed Hodge structure, which is compatible with the multiplication of the ring, so this is a mixed Hodge structure on the K algebra, and this is actually a projective limit of mixed Hodge structures. And you get presentations of this local ring by splitting the weight filtration which means that there will be weights on these variables which comes from the mixture structures at the level of the cotangent space to this local ring, and there will clearly be this relation will come from morphism that preserves the weights. It's not obviously. No. Yeah, and in the case where X is compact, we recover a result of Hessideux-Simpson. Because the motivation was to generalize this in the non-compact case. And we recover completely this theorem also. So now I'm going to explain how do we prove such theorems and how do we access to this local ring. So we start from a representation rho into the point of G over K. And this acts on its Lie algebra via the adjoint representation. So this gives you a local system that I denote by add rho. So this is a local system of Lie algebras given by the monodromy of pi1 acting on G. And when you have such a local system of Lie algebras, we put L, the algebra of C-infinity differential forms, over X with values in this local system. So this L, it has a grading coming from the degree of differential forms. It has a differential because this is a local system, so this is you can see it as a flat bundles and with differential forms. And it has also a Lie bracket which combines the wedge product of differential forms on the Lie bracket here, and which goes from Li and Lj to L I plus j. So all this structure together is called differential graded Lie algebras. And when you have a differential graded Lie algebras, there's a way of associating to this a differential functor, which will be isomorphic to the differential functor of rho. So this is, at the time where Goldman and Knudsen do this is quite a new idea. So to such an L associated with the differential functor, which for AM local Artin-K algebras is defined as def L of AM is a set of elements in L1 tensor M satisfying the Morra-Cartan equation modulo the action of the group, well, it's L0 tensor M, it's a nilpotent Lie algebras, so this corresponds to a Lie group via the Campbell-Hausdorff formula, and this Lie group is the exponential of L0 tensor M, and this acts on this space. And the theorem of Goldbach and Nilsson in its a way of, part of the way of stating the main theorem is an isomorphism of deformation functors between deformation functors of the representation ρ we started with. So this is also the functor represented by the formal local ring. And the deformation functor of L. So this is like this is a formal version of the usual equivalence between representation of the fundamental group and flat connections, but written in terms of deformation functors. And when you do this, actually, if you write it like this, you get representations up to conjugation, and this is a gauge equivalence class of connection on the principal bundle. So to be honest, here it's not exactly L, but it's you have to put L prime, which is a kernel of the evaluation of a differential form at the base point x. This is evaluations of differential forms at x, but this is almost the same thing as L. And also part of the main theorem is also that if you have a quasi-isomorphism of DG Lie algebras, then this induces an isomorphism of deformation functors between def L and def M. So, with these theorems, it's quite easy to conclude their theorem in the compact case. So, in their case where X is compact Kähler and ρ is a monodromy of variation of structure, I mean polarized variation of structures, then this is a case where via the usual tool of harmonic analysis, and we can show that L is formal, which means that it is quasi-isomorphic to its cohomology, seen as DG Lie algebra with zero differential. So in this case, the deformation functor of L is the same thing as the deformation functor of H of L, but here there's a zero differential, so this is just the equation xx equals 0 for x in H1 of L, and this has value in H2 of L. So this is a quadratic equation in some finite dimensional vector spaces, and this is how they get their quadratic presentation of the local ring. I mean, it's the same thing. The local ring is essentially the completion at 0 of the local ring to this equation. And this theorem states that we can recover the complete local ring from the data of L up to quasi-isomorphism. And when you have this, it's not very obvious how to go to the non-formal case, so which happens as soon as you do X non-compact. In the case where there are pure structures, this implies actually that L is formal. Yes, we can show that if the structure is pure, then L is formal. But one can show directly that if X is compact and rho is a polarized VHS, then you can introduce the usual D-bar operators and with local coefficients, and we can show formality like this and so. So the cases we care about, so X non-compact, and rho can be the monotony of a variation of even pure or mixed structure. These are actually the cases, most general cases, where there are cohomology there are mixed structures on the cohomology with local coefficients. So this cohomology with local coefficients, if X is compact and rho is a pure variation of Hodge structures, then this is a pure Hodge structure with Hodge filtrations combines the existing Hodge filtration of the differential form on X with the Hodge filtration of the variation of structure. Or in the general case, what is hard is to construct the weight filtration. And we want to exploit the interaction between this mixture structure this MHS on the cohomology of L and the deformation functor of L. And more precisely, what we want an object that is at the same time a DG algebra that computes this cohomology with local coefficients and we want at the same time that this is a mixed Hodge complex in the sense of the line, which means that it will have mixed structure and cohomology. So, mixed Hodge complex of the line. By which I mean that we want actually a pair of two DG algebras. There will be one which is defined over Q and which carries the filtration W, and one defined over C which carries the filtrations W and the Hodge filtration, plus some filtered quasi-isomorphism between them. LQ W tensor C is quasi-isomorphic to LC W, plus some axiom introduced by Deligne when he constructs mixed structures on cohomology. That implies that the cohomology has mixed structures. And having this is not so obvious because when you take the usual way of computing cohomology with local coefficients via resolution, either via singular cochains or via shift theory, you don't get DG algebras because you have a problem with the cup product being non-commutative over Q. So this is something that is a bit analogous to rational homotopy theory when people construct mixed structures on the rational homotopy groups, they want something that is at the same time a commutative DG algebras and a mixed search complex. And here we want something that is DG algebra, meaning that by the previous theorem it contains all the information on the deformation functors, and it also contains all the information on the mixed structure on cohomology. But all of this has to exist before going to at the level of the complex and not only at the level of cohomology. And in the main theorem, there's a construction in two parts. One part is the algebraic part. Which simply states that in each situation where we can construct such L, meaning if we have some given x and some given rho, and we can construct such an object L, then directly there's a procedure for constructing the desired mixture structure on this local ring, which will be with good properties. I forgot to say it will be functorial, and in the data of x and the base point and the representation rho. This gives a direct procedure. And this theorem, I mean, it was proved in the part that is already published, so it's easier to prove maybe than constructing this actually. And the idea of proof of this is to use tools from derived deformation theory which were not available at the time of Goldman and Milson, but were developed later by quite many people when they reviewed this work, and they reviewed a lot this theory of deformation functors and DG algebras. And derived deformation theory allows you to give canonical formulas for computing this local ring from L, because this represents the deformation functor of L, and that are invariant under quasi-isomorphisms. Actually, this formula looks like a bar construction. So this is something classical. This is something quite classical, but in the context of DG algebra. So this gives you directly the bar construction of L gives you a commutative DG algebra, and when you take the H0, it gives directly this ring. And what you show is that this bar construction is a mixed search complex of DG algebras. So the H0 carries a mix of structures, and this is straightforward. And I will come back bit to this in the end. And this theorem is that's also, the geometric part. Which is that that one can construct such an L so each time you want to construct this means the part over Q. As I said, you cannot do it naively by taking the shift theory or singular cochains. For the part over Q, this looks like rational polynomial differential forms. But in the context of local coefficients. This is something also that was considered classically by people doing rational homotopy theory and improved. And the part over C is it's more usual, it's the differential forms over C. And to have such a structure of mixed such complex, this was done initially when X is compact and rho is a variation of a structure. This was given by Zucker. This is called Döhling-Zucker. So in fact, actually, this is a pure Roche complex. This gives you pure Roche structures on cohomology. And then when X is a curve, then this was constructed by Zucker for variation of Roche structure on the Steenbrink-Zucker. For variation of mixed structures. And in the most general case, then this is the work of Saito of mixed modules that construct mixed structures on cohomology with local coefficients. And so each time you have to review this classical theorem and you have to combine it a bit with rational homotopy theory to produce some complex which is not only a complex but which carries some multiplication, commutative multiplication at the level of complex. And now we explained how from this you got a presentation of the local ring and how this uses Dirac deformation theory. The goal of the last part is describing splitting of the weight filtration. So I already explained that in the case where L is formal, then this is straightforward to get the presentation of the local ring, and in general, L is not formal. So we start from L, which is a DG algebra. And in the great improvement of the theory in the non-formal case is that on H of L, the cohomology, then there exists a sequence of multilinear operations that denoted by L small n, multilinear in n variables. So for all n bigger than 1, so L1 is 0 because it is on the cohomology. L2 is the induced Lie bracket. And L3 is something that is called a massey product. So it's analogous in the context of DG Lie algebras to the massey product in topology, which are for commutative algebras. And it is known that a non-trivial massey product means obstruction to formality. And such that Ln equals 0 for all n strictly bigger than 2 if and only if L is formal. And these operations are arranged in a certain algebraic and combinatorial way called the L infinity algebra. Which are the DG Lie algebras up to homotopy, which are analogous to the A infinity algebras, which are for commutative algebras, and such that L becomes quasi-isomorphic to H of L. As L infinity algebra. And L itself being a DG Lie algebra, it can be seen as an L infinity algebra with just L1 and L2. So L1 is a differential, so it's 0, but L can be seen as an L infinity algebra also. And such that the differential functor of L is isomorphic to the differential functor of H of L as L infinity algebra, as differential functor of L infinity algebra. And this one is given by, so for Artin local ring, a set of elements in H1 of L tensor M satisfying the L infinity Mohr-Cartan equation, which is written like this, sum of Ln of x or factorial n equals 0 modulo some equivalence relation. So this is a global picture of derived deformation theory. And this is actually a great improvement because these L infinity algebras are much easier to construct. It's much less rigid structure than DG Lie algebras. So because this gives a differential functor with explicit equation. I mean, this satisfies some relation which are not so easy. There's an infinite list of axioms. So there are that you have a differential whose square is 0. You have a Lie bracket which is antisymmetric, and this satisfies some Jacobi identity up to homotopy given by operation L3, and there are higher relations. But we won't need it. So the conclusion to conclude the theorem is that if L is the subject which is at the same time Gillian algebra plus mixed Hodge complex, so it has mixed Hodge structure on cohomology, then there exists a splitting of the weight filtration plus operation of L-infinity algebras which are compatible, they are multilinear and compatible with this splitting and these weights. In particular, compatible with the weights. So this uses essentially it is a variation of a result of Johanna Cirici and Geoffroy Earle and several works of Johanna Cirici before. So let me show how this concludes. So, for example, if we were in the case that we started with, in the case where X is compact and rho is the monodromy of VHS, the relation of structure, then in this case, this adjoint local system is a VHS of weight 0 because of either like the endomorphism. When you have that, so h of L equals h of X and rho, so you have H1 of L, which is a pure structure of weight 1, and H2 of L, which is a pure structure of weight 2. And in this case, for X in H1 of L, if you look at such an expression, Ln of X, so this, oh sorry, I forgot to say this is in H2 of L because these operations, I forget to say that they have total degree 2 minus n, so this goes from H1 to H2. So this is an element in H2 which should have weight n. So this is 0 for n different from 2. And this corresponds to recovering the quadratic equations. And in more general cases, well, we get the similar things if X non-compact. So for example, if rho is a monodromy of VHS over X which is non-compact, then we get that H1 of L has weights strictly positive. And by these same arguments, all the operations Ln are 0 for n large enough, and for n bigger than the maximal weight of H2 of L. And when you write this, and you compare to this gives you directly a finite number of homogeneous equations for the differential functor. Finite number of homogeneous equations. So in the case treated by Kapovich-Wilson at the beginning, where Rho has finite image, so there are again mixture structure on the cohomology, and you get H1 of L with weights 1, 2, on H2 of L with weights 2, 3, 4. And then that's how you get the entire equation. So this improves their work, because in their work it's not very explicit, but here that's how they can get their equations for the local ring. Okay, I'm done.
Can you try to apply this to obtain restrictions to fundamental groups? New restrictions?
This is a goal. The goal and part of the motivation of the work is to obtain new groups that could not be fundamental groups of smooth varieties because of this criteria, but for the moment it's not done.
Maybe in the case where X is quasi-projective,
Yeah.
can you have a description of this DG-Lie algebra in terms of form with log poles?
Yeah, but if you start with forms with log poles, then you need to take some resolution of this. And this is the problem, is that the usual resolution that you get are not over Q, it's not multiplicative. It's not, when you do the usual resolution by shift theory, you will not get a DG-Lie algebra over Q.
So if we have no further questions, let's thank the speaker again.